Hi YouTube channel, how are you doing today? Today I'm going to talk to you about how to create an invoice using Canva. So as a business owner, you need to constantly make money, you need to make sales because selling and revenue is the lifeblood of your business. If you're not making money, you're not going to be in business for a very long time. And how do you collect the money? Is by sending out invoices to your customers so they can pay you. And when they pay you, then you're going to be in business. So how do you create an invoice using Canva? Let's say someone quickly says to you, all right, send me an invoice with your phone, with your laptop. You can create an invoice and send to the person. So this particular invoice, I created this yesterday so that I can show you the important things that need to be in your invoice. After showing you all the things that need to be in your invoice, we are now going to go ahead and create one from scratch. Okay, so the first thing is that you have to have the word invoice. So identify the document with the word invoice to differentiate it from a quote, from a credit note, or a receipt. So this word here has to be here, invoice. The next thing is a unique invoice number. This number must be unique to each invoice without duplicates. Is how you trace it for clear identification, and you must keep record of the numbers so that you can use it for reference purposes. Then the next one is your company name and address. So entrepreneurs.ng media here, just for example, for reference purposes, and the address 43B Emina Crescent off Tony Street, Ikeja. And you can also see here, up here, I put in the logo, entrepreneurs.ng logo, so you can put your logo there. But if you're sending personal invoice, then maybe you don't need to put the logo if your brand does not have a logo. Then the company name and address of the customer. So for reference purposes, for example, I use Redalia Business Venture, which is located at 46 St. Michael's Road, Aba, and then the address, email address, contact@redalia.com. This is also for example. And then you want to also look at description of the goods or service that you're paying for. So this person is profiling on entrepreneurs.ng. That's the product. Writing your story on entrepreneurs.ng is trying to write 2 stories. Each costs $100 and the total is $200. Then there are 2 products. The person is looking to get business model development, just 1 document, $500, and the total is $500. Then the date of the supply. So for here, you put the invoice date and then the due date. This is when you sent out the invoice. This is the due date for the invoice. Then you also have the amount of individual goods to be paid for. Is it, like I explained, 1 or 2 quantities? This is, you have to really state this, and the total amount payable. At the end of here, you come and you put in the total amount payable. Another thing that you have to put is the payment terms, usually defined in terms of conditions. So if you have any conditions or terms of conditions that the person has to be aware of, then you put it here, probably 50% payments before the service starts or before we begin to do anything with you. Then you also have purchase order here for people who send you a purchase order before you send them an invoice. So you put the purchase order number here. And how to pay. How to pay is you put in the bank details for here, the bank name, the account number, the account name. So those are the important things it must have. If you have, if it's a VAT registered company, you put in the VAT, and some people may require that you put in a signature here. So those are the things that your invoice must contain. So with that, we are going to go and create an invoice now. So like I said, you're going to be creating this invoice on canva.com. If you do not have a account with canva.com, just go to canva.com. As you can see, me moving here, create an account. Already we have a pro account. If you have an account, we are going to just go to create a design, and then we are going to scroll down to look for an invoice, and here we have it. This is the right size for your invoice. You go here, you click on invoice template. So if you're not familiar with the Canva template, so here Canva platform, here is how the platform look. So you have template contains examples of invoice you can pick from and then rework. You have elements that you can carry and make your design very more beautiful. Here are your uploads, the documents that you've uploaded, or images or videos that you can use to make your design worthwhile. If you want to add text, this is where you go to put in the text. These are photos that are on Canva. You have access to the free photos and the paid photos depending on your subscription. And then if you have audio, videos, if you want to change background, if you want to put charts, there's just so many things that you can do. And here is your logo. Before you begin to work here, you must have really created your brand asset and put it all together. So we are not going to use any of these things. Maybe one of these days, one of our team members will take you through the interface of Canva, how it works. But we're going to go back to the template, choose a template, and then go and design an invoice. Okay, so just so we also are familiar to how to use this. This is where all your files are. If you want to resize anything and change the size, this is where you do it. This is where you rename your document. This is your account, and if you want to add people, then if you want to share after designing your invoice, if you want to download this straight, there are different ways to download it, and if you want to share it on social media, and so much more. So when we finish designing, we are going to download it. So if you want to present, let's say you have a presentation, you want to present it, this is how you do it. And then Canva has also incorporated this thing where you present and record. So probably you do your presentation and you want to have a recording of it, it's record, and then you can publish on other platforms like YouTube. So we are going to go choose a template. Here we're going to use this template and we are going to really work around it and design our invoice. So I'm going to make sure that we are seeing exactly what we are doing. So I like to use a brand color to make this design. So for here, if you want to change the color of this header background, we are going to go here and make it white. All right, so this is the name of the company, like I did mention. Now what we are going to do is to change this name here and also put our address. We are going to recreate exactly the design that I showed us, right? So stay with me. Let's work together to create our invoice. So for here, we've already changed this. We are going to say entrepreneurs.ng media. Okay, so you can, by the edges here, you can resize, or you can go here and choose the font you want, 24 or 18. I think we should stick with 21, right? Then we can change the font style. I love Argent. Okay, so we can change that, entrepreneurs.ng. Then this will be our address, 43B Emina Crescent. Okay, so you can by the edges increase this. So if you're, I hope that pretty much you can really pause and create your invoice with me. So I'm going to go drag and get a logo here and put all there like I showed us. So trying to, because the background is white, I'm going to use the blue logo, resize it, then drag it with this cross sign here, and that's playing a trick on us, so we can use the left and right arrow instead. Okay, so here, and then the next thing according to the example that I showed you is the PO number. You can either go and take a test, put the PO number, there, move it to align, or you can duplicate one of the text here, copy, paste down, and then you click and change the text. So we are going to go back, and so I can move this down a little, change the text so there's a uniformity in what we are doing. So it's taking time to load. So change the text to agent that we already have, and we are good to go. So like I said, put the word invoice here, and we said we're going to use the Redalia color. So we come here and we turn this to blue because it's blue. This is not looking nice. We go here and we make this white. Okay, so who are we invoicing to? We are invoicing to Redalia Business Ventures. The address of Redalia Business Ventures, let's assume is 43B Emina Crescent of Twain Street. Of Twain Street, Ikeja, Lagos. Okay, so you move this to expand it. Okay, just so we are on the same page. Okay, so we are all getting there. The next thing that we want to put will be to move this forward, up a little, move this up again, then copy here, duplicate it, because we want to put the email address, so contact @redalia.com. So you can either click here to move it to align, or you use your back or forward arrow to adjust. So here at the invoice date that I mentioned, so we can use today's date. So today is okay. Today is May 31st, and the invoice, let's say the invoice is going to be due June. So what we are missing here from what I showed us is the invoice number. It's very important. So I guess you saw what I did. I just copied and duplicated the invoice number, which is really unique. So 001. Let's say this is the first ever invoice that you're creating. Okay, so I could just make it finer. I could just change the colors here. Just go here, change the colors. You click, you go to the colors. These colors have already been, these are entrepreneurs colors, these colors have already been designed. You can do that for your business as well. So you can do them one, or you can group on everything and save it and change the colors. But then, because in my mind I'm teaching to people who are just learning, I don't want to really go too deep. I want you to be able to do it as soon as you're done with this learning. Okay, done, almost done. Okay, so because I still want them to be cool, I'm going to go and change this. Change these items colors. You already should know how to do this by now. Let's say I'm changing it with the text as well. Okay. Okay, so we are going to be invoicing for two themes. This is how you group things, so you can click on them by holding down your shift key. Yes, then you group in here. So once they're all grouped and they can move all at once, and when I want to like delete all of them, it's easy for me to move all of them, and then yeah. So I'm going to delete this. Okay, so just two items is what we are going to be looking at. I did say this is profiling on entrepreneurs as NG. Profiling on entrepreneurs as NG. So two, one costs $100, and because it's two, we are going to have, because it's two, we are going to have $200. Then the next one is business model development. So as much as the services that you are invoicing for, you list them here. This is just one, and the total that comes to 700. Okay, I hope you're following me. Okay, change this color to blue for aesthetics. It's just for aesthetics and depending on your branding as well. You can change the font. So here is where we have the payment details. Payment details depending on what you're going to put there. So we have the bank name. Bank name is GT Bank. Move this forward a bit. Have account name. Redalia Business Ventures. Don't worry about that, so we're going to fix it. So by just drawing to content, you've already fixed it. So we take this out, we duplicate, copy this, duplicate, and then we put the account number. That's 0630778154. Move it up a bit. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything, and we take out this, we don't need it. So we can change the color for here to blue. Let's change this to something like this. And then we can go take out a text and say something like, thank you for doing business with us. Put here. That's to 12. Okay. So you can make it fit here into 2 lines. Or you can reduce the font size, and there you have it. You have your invoice prepared. I don't know if we missed anything. You can change the colors here if you want, or you can leave it. Then once you're done, you can go here, download it as a PDF document, and yes, so you can download it and you have it. You can then send it as an email to your customer or to your client. That's how you prepare an invoice. So like we said, our goal is to help you start, run and grow a sustainable business, and these are some of the nitty-gritty things that you need to do in your business for it to run sustainably. So if you want to start and grow a business, if you want to run a business sustainably, then you should subscribe to our channel. You should subscribe to our channel, entrepreneurs.ng. That's where we put out content around business, how to start your business. So this is a channel. Subscribe to this channel so that you be the first to get our content when we put it out. Thank you for learning, and I hope you learned something. If you did find value, we want to hear your comments in the comment section. Talk to us in the comment section. Thank you.